watching the Hampton Classic Horse Show on WVVH-TV, Hampton's television.
Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the Hampton Classic, it is my privilege and my pleasure to welcome all of you to the 20th anniversary championship finals of the Long Island Horse Show Series for Riders with Disabilities, presented by Dime Commercial Bank. I think you all deserve a big hand, and we thank you for being here. Every year you hear me and Shanette say how this day is one of our favorite days of the year, and we don't mean just one of our favorite days of the Hampton Classic, we mean of the entire year, and we feel that way very deeply, and it's partly because of how proud we are of the riders and the chance to get to watch them compete in the ring, but it's so much more than that. What it is more than anything is that over the years, all of you have become such a key part of the Hampton Classic family. And it's just such a thrill for us every year to see you all, to be here with you, to celebrate our riders, the instructors, all the volunteers, and 20 years of being together. And we thank you all for being here, for making the Hampton Classic so much better than it ever was before. And we're thrilled to have you here. We hope you will keep coming back for many, many more years to come. Now, to give you an official welcome from the Hampton Classic, it's my pleasure to introduce the best boss anyone could ever hope to have, the Executive Director of the Hampton Classic, Shanette Cohen.
Thank you, Marty. So welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot believe it's been 20 years. It seems like a blink. And I see so many familiar faces. I think there are a few of you that have been here all of those 20 years, for sure. I recognize some. But it's great seeing new faces as well. I know you had wonderful competition earlier today. I want to say thank you to all of the athletes and all the families, volunteers, and most of all the horses that participate year after year in this very exciting highlight of the Hampton Classic. So looking forward to seeing you all getting these well-deserved awards for qualifying to be here today. I look forward to seeing you again next year as well. So enjoy the afternoon. I know you had good competition earlier today too.
Before we bring up Katie and Caitlin for our presentations, I want to say that we're so fortunate to have with us a special guest who will be presenting awards to each of our riders. She is a top Grand Prix rider internationally. She has represented her country of Great Britain internationally. And 1 year ago here, she fulfilled every rider's dream to win one of the biggest events in the world, the $400,000 Longines Hampton Classic 5-Star Grand Prix, our defending champion, Jessica Mendoza. There's a lot of demands on Jessica this week as our defending champion, but when we asked her about joining us here today, she said absolutely. So at this point, I would like to introduce someone, I say this every year, who needs no introduction, one of the co-founders of this series, Katie McGowan.
Thanks, Marty. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you, Jess. I would love Lisa Zimmerman to come on up here with me. Lisa Zimmerman and I, 20 years ago, took a ride out here in the very cold winter day to meet with Jeanette to discuss about having these finals here at the Hampton Classic. And Jeanette welcomed us with open arms, and can't believe we're celebrating 20 years, right, Lisa? I mean, it's amazing. So, but it's really important to know that Lisa has been since the foundation and part of the backbone of this entire program with the Long Island Horse Show Series for riders with disabilities. So, Lisa, thank you for all that you've done. Thank you. So, and Marty has said it already, Jeanette, she is amazing. She welcomed us with open arms, and every year it gets better and better. And our athletes get to ride at the best showgrounds ever, and we get to meet the coolest riders, whether they're Olympic or Grand Prix champions, and today we have Jess Mendoza, which we're so fortunate. So I welcome you all. I wish you a wonderful lunch. We're going to give everybody their ribbons. But first, we have a really special trophy to hand out today. And the trophy is called the Ed Wrigley Sportsmanship Award. And Ed Wrigley was a very important person that was a supporter of horseability, a supporter of our Lazard program. He was a stupendous horseman himself. He was amazing. And we created this Ed Wrigley Sportsman trophy specifically because it represents those that have great sportsmanship and love of this industry. So today, where is my, okay. One of our amazing staff, who is the backbone of our show team as well as the Lazard Show program, Caitlin Maury. Let's have a round of applause. Okay. We haven't handed this trophy out since 2018. And this year, it's going to be shared. They're going to have to figure out who and what. But the Ed Wrigley Sportsman Trophy was Caitlin's, and she's going to pass it over to Marty and Jeanette because they are so well deserving of representing the industry as a whole and supporting horseability. Congratulations and thank you. It's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Katie.
Caitlin, come on over here for a picture. No, okay. You're going to have to share it.
We can share. We share before.
Thank you. So sweet. Yeah. Congratulations. So well deserved, and we appreciate your generosity, your support, your love of our riders, our families, our horses, our volunteers, and everybody. So thank you. Without further ado, we're going to have Marty. Are you going to introduce our rider?
Oh, yes, of course. I was so overcome by that, I have to say. I am fighting tears, but that's so nice of you all. We do it with love in our hearts, I can tell you that. So now I would like to bring forward Jessica. Would you like to say a word or two, just very quickly, congratulating them? I know you weren't expecting, but they would love to hear just these people have to qualify to get here. It's a summer-long series. They qualify to get here. This is the championship final. So our defending Hampton Classic 5-star champion, Jessica Mendoza.
Hey everyone, thank you very much for having me. Next year I'm going to make sure I watch this because I did not actually get the chance today, but yeah, it's an amazing cause, and I'm really happy to be able to represent and help give out the prizes. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, Jess. I think Caitlin now, or Caitlin Maury, again, someone who needs no introduction.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all for joining us today and for being part of the entire show series this year. It's been an honor, again, with all of my emails and my reminders. Thank you guys for making it happen. I'm going to start off with announcing our year-end placings for our aided leader sidewalker division to begin. Once your names are called, riders, you can come on up. In the case of a rider that is not present, we'll hold the ribbon and they get sent to them afterwards, okay? All right, starting off with 9th place in the aided leader sidewalker division is Julian Trucks Cutney. Sorry. He's not here. Taking home 8th place for year end is Hampton Haryadi. You can come get it. Hampton did have to head out, but his trainer is here to accept his award on his behalf. You can Photoshop him in. AI does that now. Taking home 7th place overall is Ryan Rafferty. He's also not here, but his trainer's coming. Taking home 6th place overall is a gentleman that has participated in every single of the 20 Hampton Classic finals, Bruce Fint Jr. Oh boy! Come here, Brucey! Come here, man! Hi! Are you so excited? Can you hold your ribbon? Yay! Can you turn? Let's look. Let's turn around. Brucey, can you stand next to Catherine? Let's back up. Stand right here. Come here. Come stand between us. Look at the camera there. Look at the camera. Let's step up to meet Brucey. There we go. Taking home 5th place overall is April Klopfer. Has April done every single season?
I was going to say, I think that's another.
April has also participated in every single Hampton Classic finals that we have had here. Taking home 4th overall, her first time coming to the Hampton Classic finals, is Kes DeLucia. Taking home 3rd overall for the series, Ashley Ruggiero.
We have 6 saddle pads, so is that...
If as they're walking, you want to give them theirs as well.
So do I have enough?
So you have enough for the first 2 for all 3 divisions.
Okay.
Okay?
The first 2. Oh,
Yep.
so I do?
Yep,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Or you guys can do it. I mean, I just want that one.
Taking home 2nd overall is Ethan Michael Hernandez. Yeah, man. You're gonna get that ribbon. You're gonna take a picture with this nice lady. Taking home 1st place overall, her first time joining us at the Hampton Classic Finals, is Addie Ringler. Addie, get your muscles up, girl. You take that. That's yours now. That lives in your house for one whole year. Oh, it's too heavy? Here, make Olivia carry it. We'll be moving on to our beginner independent spotter division. Taking home 4th overall this series, her first year in this division, is Ava Barbera. There's your ribbon right there, that white one.
Yeah, could we take a picture?
Yeah.
Stay right here.
And I could take a picture.
Yep.
Yeah.
The camera's there, so there you go.
Taking home 3rd overall is Lucy Gonzalez.
Okay. Here, let's turn your bag around. That's okay. There you go.
Nice meeting you.
Taking home 2nd overall for the series is Noah Jaffe.
Come on in the middle, Noah. Noah, come over here.
Proud.
Taking home 1st overall in the beginner independent spotter division is Isaiah Forte. I am so sad that he's not here. I don't think he has. He's done it since he was itty bitty, but he has not been at every single one. I'm sad that he's not here. Okay, Miss Sam's gonna accept his trophy and his award. You get to take a picture with the Grand Prix rider. If all of our independent riders that are still here, our advanced independent riders, can head over to that wall, that would be great. We're gonna start off with a rider who is not here today. Taking home 7th overall in the advanced independent division is Matthew Pope. 6th place overall is Lucian Rodriguez. You're gonna grab this one.
Okay.
But we're missing a room.
We are. They had to leave early.
Oh, okay. They
Yep,
want to
yep.
Have you been here all 20 years too, or no?
It's been a long time. Congrats. Jessica. Nice to meet you.
Good to see you. Absolutely. Congratulations. No, no. Find more bags.
Taking home 5th overall today is Joseph Penzel. I think so, yes. Taking home 4th overall today is Jack Slater, who also headed out. Taking home 3rd overall is Beatrix Sorensen. Taking home 2nd overall is Christopher Formisano. I'm gonna find it. Taking home first overall the championship trophy for Advanced Independence is Kenzie Puffolks. Thank you all so much and enjoy the rest of lunch.
We are thrilled to have with us one of the co-founders of the Long Island Horse Show Series for riders with disabilities, Katie McGowan. Katie, 20 years, congratulations.
Thanks, Marty. Thanks for being such a huge supporter of our program. We are so fortunate to be here at the Hampton Classic for now 20 years.
Well, it was 2006, probably maybe even the December before, and you and Lisa Zimmerman came to Jeanette, our executive director, to ask her about having something here. Can you believe it was 20 years ago?
20 years flew by, and the expansion of this program and the growth of it is just incredible, and a lot of it has to do with being here at the Hampton Classic.
Well, we're thrilled to hear that. Now I'm going to ask you, tell me a little what you feel it does for the participants, for the kids, the riders.
So beside the physical abilities that everybody is able to show, or it's social, it's also the ability to be in competition, to have goals, but it's also a great camaraderie for the families, you know, for them to cheer each other on, to be here and support one another. For our participants, it really is an opportunity for them to be a part of something, but it's an individual sport. So it's about them individually, but being part of a whole team.
Well, I commend you and your entire staff, all the wonderful volunteers you have. I have heard from so many of the parents what it means to them to ride here, but we really feel the Hampton Classic is the big winner. We thank you so much for being here and being part of our family.
You're always such a gentleman. We're all winners, and it's just amazing. Thank you.
We look forward to having you back next year.
You're watching the Hampton Classic Horse Show on WVVH-TV, Hampton's television.
Like a fair test that's equal for everybody, that horses can accomplish, and that they can finish the test and still feel like they're feel good about themselves.
And I would think the creativity, because I mean, how many half turns, rollbacks, and come up with new ideas, right? That would be tough.
But every day is a challenge for me. I mean, because it's a different ring, it's different material, it's different jump crew, it's different horses and riders. There's just so many things I think that goes into it, but it works your creativity side, it works your organization side, spatial skills are really important.
Was there ever something that you wish a sponsor would make, like a standard list jump or something like that, that you could play with?
Always.
And they just don't, or you don't get to get involved,
the
or?
jumps will be a little out of scale, whether they're too tall. The bigger the wings are, the easier it is for a horse to jump. So, it's hard to use some of those jumps in a big class when you're trying to create a result, because like I said earlier, the horses are so careful. If you give them an advantage, they're going to always jump clear.
Like the red jump you guys used yesterday, the standards were so short.
Right.
The jump looked huge.
But it made the jump look huge, so the perspective.
Yeah.
And a 10-foot wide jump is going to look way higher than a 12-foot wide jump.
And then you get those itty bitty pillars. They just don't gauge it that well.
Yeah.
What's really nice is to have jumps that can come in and out of the ring. Like most horse shows, you're going to have your jumps and it'll be the same jumps every day. But a show like this has an enormous stockpile of different rings, so every day looks different. And we talked about keeping it interesting for the horse. That's
I think
really
also
a nice way.
here for the public. we want to have something that they go, oh, that's a cool jump, or something like that, or I haven't seen that, or and then we also we have some traditional fences that you see year after year. We have that big gate. We have some really big pillars. Those things are nice here. We bring back some of the old fences. Some of the sage feeders
walls.
and things.
Sometimes we see walls out here.
Sometimes you will see some older walls. We have some really interesting fences. So here I think you'll see something different every day.
We've got a question.
How would you guys say you increase the complexity from like a meter to a meter 40?
I would say there's many factors, right? It's sort of you change the material. You go to 10-foot rails. You change the distances. You go long to short or short to long. You start really asking tests of the horse. You might wheel the horse a little bit tighter in those situations. So I don't think the time allowed should be the killer factor. It is a factor though, and you have to rush them just a little bit to make a mistake. There's other things, where you're in the ring, if you're going uphill, downhill, towards the end, those are all the things I think that we think about when we're trying to make something more complicated.
But at a lot of shows, just raising the fences adds to the complexity right there. So he was saying, the fellow here was saying that he walked the course and it looked very simple, but then it rode much more difficult. To me, that's a sign of a really good course, that it walks easy, it's understandable, I know what my job is, but then I go in there and, it's a little more hard than I thought. So I think
just kind of pick off. I don't mind if they just kind of pick off rails. I don't like to see people, hurt or horses get hurt. So I think the safety factor is something that we think about. I think that's the first thing, really, is this safe? And then from there
How do you feel about water jumps and getting the forefaults at water when they get just a tape?
It's a traditional test.
We should ask our crowd about that.
That's what we ask it.
It's far smaller than it used to be, which they don't practice it that much, and really jumping in in-ground water is I think is better than I think they're taught. A lot of the riders are under-riding the water. I think it takes a little bit of an extra ride, but I don't have a problem with it. I've kind of jumped it as a rider. I think it's nice to have a little bit of a bravery test and not everything always so delicate, so careful. So yeah, I think it should be.
I think we're losing variety, and I think that's a jump that adds variety. Yep. And it really tests the rider's skill. It's another skill you need to have in your pocket. To me, I think the more interesting things we have, the better.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Yes.
You're watching the Hampton Classic Horse Show on WVVH-TV, Hampton's television.
Hello, everyone. This is Marty Bohm with WVVH-TV's coverage of Animal Adoption Day here at the 51st Annual Hampton Classic. Today is one of our great days here. We have a lot of animal rescues on site with adorable dogs, cats, rabbits, other animals available for adoption. And we have our horse adoption segment of the day, sponsored by Gotham Enterprises and Georgina Bloomberg, where we have horses available for adoption. It is one of the great days. We have been able to help organizations find new homes for some of these adoptable animals. We're going to get to see a lot of it here, so stay tuned. We are here at Animal Adoption Day at the Hampton Classic, one of our favorite days. We have a lot of animal rescues here today, and they have brought so many wonderful pets available for adoption. They can become the newest members of your homes if you like. We are here with Jessica Smith from the Southampton Animal Shelter Foundation. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. We're so excited to be here and showcase our dogs, our adoptable dogs. We love it here. The dogs love it here, and we're hoping to get some good homes.
Well, I believe you've been here every year we've had this.
Yes, sir. We love it here.
Well, we're always thrilled to have you. They're saying hello to some of their friends. Tell us first a little bit about Southampton Animal Shelter and what you do, how you find your dogs, and what you do to find homes for them.
All right, we're Southampton Animal Shelter. We're located in Hampton Bays. We get a lot of strays. We also take dogs from other shelters and we rescue them so they can get homes. We do lots of training and stuff there too, and we have cats, rabbits, we take small animals, lizards, anything, and we're always there if you need us.
Well, I, for one, am an animal lover, so I think it's so wonderful what you do. If someone can't be here today to come talk to you in person, what's the best way for them to get in touch and find out which pet they'd like to adopt?
You can always go onto our website, southamptonanimalshelter.com. All our dogs that are up for adoptions are there, and you can also come to our location. We're right in Hampton Bays in Red Creek Park. So come on down and visit our animals that are up for adoption, or you can always look on the website. And if you can't adopt, there's also fostering. If you can't foster, please come down and volunteer. It's great to get the animals out as much as they can, or socialize our cats or our puppies. We need all the help we can. It's a community effort.
A community effort and a wonderful effort. And I believe you told me this is Marvin.
Yep, this is Marvin. He's 3 years old. You can pet him. He's very
Okay.
sweet.
Hi, Marvin. Hello. How are you? Do you like it here, Marvin? Are you looking for a new home?
He's like, yes, please.
And you're such a good boy, I know that. Tell us a little about Marvin.
So Marvin came to us as a stray. We've had him for a little over a month now. Unfortunately, no one came to get him, so then he became ours. We neutered him, gave him all his vaccine shots, and he's up to date. And now he's looking for his new home, and he's amazing. He gets along with kids, adults, other dogs. He's just an all-around a great guy.
Well, he looks like a great guy. He is a sweetheart, and I recommend someone come and bring Marvin into your home, and if not Marvin, one of the many other wonderful pets that you have here. We wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you, and thank you so much for having us.
Among the many participants, the rescues we have here on Animal Adoption Day at the Hampton Classic is ARF, Animal Rescue Fund of the Hamptons, and you can visit them, and you can visit lcarescue.org. You can visit That's Last Chance is that one. Southampton, there's so many wonderful rescues here. There are these loving animals looking for new homes, and you will be so glad that you take one of them into your home. We are here with Megan from ARF, which is the Animal Rescue Fund of the Hamptons.
Yes, it is.
And we have with us who else?
This is Hermione.
Hermione?
Yeah, she's 2 months old.
2 months old. You're so adorable, Hermione.
Very sweet.
Before I ask you a few questions, I just got to tell you, if my daughter were here right now, Hermione would be coming home with us.
Oh, we'll bring her here.
Yeah.
Hermione needs a home.
I know. I can tell you, my daughter would want Hermione and a few of the others.
Yeah.
Tell us about ARF and what you do, please.
ARF is an animal shelter and rescue located in East Hampton, New York. We've been around for over 50 years. And we rescue, rehabilitate, and find homes for animals across the east end of Long Island.
And I think you've been here at the Hampton Classic every year since we've done this.
We come every year. I mean, it's a great place to get some good exposure for our friends, and everyone loves to cuddle a puppy.
Yeah, you're so adorable. Oh, such a cutie. I might have to keep my daughter away from here.
You wanna hold
we have
her?
a couple already. Oh,
She's a great cuddler.
yeah, she's such a goodie. Well, we wish you the best of luck, and I have a feeling you're going to have some takers. One last question for people who can't make it here on Animal Adoption Day. How can they get in touch with you and learn more about who might be available?
Sure, we can go to www.arfhamptons.org. All of our adoptable animals are listed there, and then also our shelter is open 7 days a week, 11 to 4. We're open late on Thursdays if you work, and you can always stop by, fill out an application, and meet whoever you like.
Well, we commend you for the wonderful work you do and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you so much. Lovely
you.
having us.
Bye, Hermione. Bye, sweetheart.
And one more for
We are here at Animal Adoption Day at the Hampton Classic, and we are now thrilled to be with our horse adoption segment. It is sponsored by Georgina Bloomberg and her Gotham Enterprises, but there are a lot of participants who make this such a great day and a long-standing tradition now here at the Hampton Classic. I am thrilled to have with us Jill Rappaport, animal advocate, well known for that, Valerie Angeli, Georgina Bloomberg, and Elizabeth Shafaroff of Global Strays, and we'll talk to each of them about exactly what they do, because what we are all here for are to find loving forever homes for these horses who are available to anyone if you would like to adopt them. So first, Jill, you've been part of this since the beginning. Tell us what this day means to you.
Well, I call it the Heaven Day at the Hampton Classic because thanks to Valerie and Georgina, they included me. I believe it was 16 years ago when we first started. And it was a hope and a dream, and look, here we are today. And I just love that this amazing show, one of the most beautiful and the best in the world, focuses one day on giving back and opening up our hearts and homes to these steeds in need and dogs.
Yeah, we were over at the dog section earlier, and we have so many wonderful animal rescues from here on Long Island that bring dogs and cats, and it's so easy for dogs and cats, or it's easier for dogs and cats to find homes. But here at the Hampton Classic, we do what we can, you all do what you can to find homes for horses in need as well. Excuse me, Jill, I'm going to just step over to Valerie, because Valerie, you put this all together with some help, of course.
Yes.
You tell us what is the opportunity here?
Oh my goodness. Well, like you said, like Jill said, it's not just a day to adopt a horse, because we know everyone cannot adopt a horse. It's a day to learn. It's a day to become aware of the issues. And there are so many issues that affect animals and animal welfare. You know, we all know on social media how many things we see that come across our screens and we're like, oh God, we want to do something. Who is working on that issue? Who are the credible people working on this issue? How can I get involved? Our point today is you can adopt. You can get involved. Liz represents Global Strays that helps animals not in the United States, but in another country, and it's critical that the help that is needed for these working horses and dogs and cats that she has, and she can tell you about that. Georgina Bloomberg, my dear friend, if it weren't for her, she sponsors this every year because she knows how important this is as animal lovers, to raise awareness, to raise funds, to raise interest in volunteering, in helping. Everyone can do something. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Everyone can do something, even if it's sending an email, helping get an animal adopted. And with all these wonderful groups here today, we also have a horse kissing booth. And it's called Kiss a Horse to Help a Horse. So you know how you can help? Kiss a horse, take a picture, post it with the hashtag Kiss a Horse to Help a Horse. Adopt a horse, raise awareness. Just social media can help change the world and move the needle for animal welfare.
Valerie, I have a feeling that one was your idea about kissing a horse. I just know you too well. Excuse me, I'm going to step in front of you, Georgina. You know, those of us who know you well, we know that you give of yourself. You do so much to help others. I will always remember that picture one time of you were getting ready for bed, and there were so many dogs on your bed that you had rescued. There was no room for you. Tell us what this day means to you.
This is the most important day of the year for me. Hampton Classic is a horse show
show that has been, so meaningful for me growing up. It's given me so much, and I know how lucky I am to be able to compete here and to have the horses that I do. And it's our way of being able to give back. And also, like Valerie said, educate. There's so many different stands here that give you different things, make you learn about different things, different ways to help. Valerie works year-round to be able to put this day on, and I'm so grateful for, all the work that she does, and to Jeanette Cohen from the Hampton Classic, who lets us take this over and gives us the opportunity to be able to help. But this is the most meaningful day, and everything else that happens after this is just a bonus.
Well, the Hampton Classic is a very special event, as we all know, and this is a very special day. I spend most of this day like crying inside. There's so many wonderful things, and I just got to say, everybody looks up to you and respects you because you're one of the great riders we have in this country and in the world. But really what we respect you more for is that you give of yourself. If there's a way you can help, you do, and we love you for it.
Thank you, Marty. Thanks for having us.
Elizabeth, what you do is wonderful, and rescuing horses. Tell us about Global Strays and exactly what you do and how others can help.
Sure. Thank you so much. And I want to just thank Valerie and Georgina and Jill and all the people that made Animal Adoption Day and the equine welfare possible. I run an organization called Global Strays, and we tackle root causes of animal suffering in underserved communities around the world. And we're here today talking about the urgent need of our working horses in Central America. These horses in Nicaragua alone, there's over 300,000 working horses. The vast majority have never received veterinarian care in their lifetime. And it's not until they meet our vet team will they receive veterinarian care. And it's a horrible thing to see how these working animals have to slave day in, day out. They don't get a day off. 95-degree weather, emaciated, starving. And we're here just to bring a little attention to the need for working animals internationally. And we are so grateful to be here today, and we're so happy to be involved with this day, and we want to thank everyone. And yeah, so we're here looking at the urgent need for veterinarian care to make it more accessible to owners all over the world, because if you can't access veterinarian care, which the majority of people can't, for their horses or for their dogs and for their cats, we're just going to see suffering continue. And that goes also for spay and neutering, and the importance of spay and neutering as well as adoption, and to make sure that we can get services into communities for people who want to help their animals but can't. And so I think that's what I'd like to bring attention to today, and thank you so much, and I appreciate your time.
Well, we appreciate what you do. We commend you for it.
Thank you, Martin.
And we thank you and wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you for all you do.
Animal Adoption Day here at the Hampton Classic, a long-standing tradition. Valerie is the one who started it years ago. She's had some help, but it wouldn't happen without her leading the charge. We commend you, Valerie. We thank you, and we thank everyone for supporting this great, great effort. And let me tell you, if you help, you will feel much better for it. So it has been a wonderful day here at the Hampton Classic, Animal Adoption Day. We've gotten to meet some of the animals, some of the people who put it all together. We hope you've enjoyed it. And remember, WVVH-TV has coverage every day, live coverage of the featured competitions at the Hampton Classic. It will continue through Sunday when we culminate with our main event, the $400,000 Longines Hampton Classic 5-Star Grand Prix. So if you can't make it out to the Hampton Classic, be sure to watch on WVVH.
You're watching the Hampton Classic Horse Show on WVVH-TV, Hampton's television.